Hello everyone. In this lesson you will learn how to create a simple float array in Java. Firstly, we have to go ahead and say float and then square brackets. Now we can define our variable name. Let's go ahead and say arr float like that. Now we can set this equals to new float and then square brackets and finally braces. We can end up with the semicolon. Now how we can put elements to this array? To put elements here inside braces we have to include those. Let's go ahead and say 15.2 and comma. Here what is the error? We are seeing an error because we have to put f after the value. In each and every value we have to put f. If you cannot do that, you can simply use double like this. Okay, double is another data type. Now you can skip using f letter, but here in our lesson we are focusing on float, then we have to put f. Now second value, let's say like this. We always have to put f after the value. Now the last one, let's say like this. Okay, this is a first way. Now this declaration known as inline initialization. Now we can go ahead and see the second way of how to create a float array. Let's say arr float 2 and let's change this to 1. Now we can set this equals to, instead of new we can directly put braces and then semicolon. Inside braces we can put our values like this and other values too. Okay, we have our all elements in this array. Now let's go ahead and see another way to create a float array, but in this case we are going to limit how many element only should be there in that array. That means we are setting a maximum amount of elements, how many elements that could contain. Let's say float square brackets and arr float 3 like that, and we are going to set it equals to new float. Now in the square brackets we have to define the maximum number. Let's say only 3 elements could contain in this array. Now how we can add elements to this array? We can go ahead and say arr float 3 and then square brackets. We are accessing the first element of that array, which means this element. Then we are saying 0 because in arrays numbering is starting from 0. Now we are going to change the first element. Let's say it is 15.2 f. Now the second one, arr float 3, 1 here. That means we are going to access the second element of the array. Now we can set this equals to 52.34 f. We always have to say f in floats. Now the last element, because they are only could contain 3 elements, that's why I say this is the last element of that array. Alright, here what if we try to change the number 3? Actually an error will not show here, but when you run the program you will end up with the error. Okay, that's it for this lesson. I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you.